It began a few weeks ago. I'd wake in the middle of the night, no sound, no reason, just the feeling that someone was watching me. At first, I thought it was the streetlight outside, throwing strange shadows against the wall. But the more I stared, the more certain I became. There was someone in the corner of my room, standing perfectly still, so still that I almost convinced myself it wasn't real, until it started happening every night. No matter how I turned, how tightly I pulled the covers, it was there. Always waiting, always watching. And then, one night, the light shifted just enough for me to see its face. It was my mother. She's nearly 80. Frail. The kind of woman who shuffles from chair to chair, who struggles with stairs, whose hands tremble when she lifts a teacup. But at night, she was something else entirely. She stood tall, taller than I ever remembered, her body rigid, her skin pulled tight, and her eyes, they weren't her eyes anymore. They were dark, bottomless, like looking into a pit that has no end. Her lips moved constantly, whispering in some broken language that wasn't meant for me to hear. By morning, she was herself again. Gentle, harmless, confused. I wanted to believe I imagined it. I wanted to believe she was still my mother. But when I finally worked up the courage to ask her, she smiled faintly and said,
"It's been with me for so long. One day, it will be yours."
Then she leaned closer, her breath sour and trembling, and said,
"You'll carry it better than I ever did."
After that, sleep became impossible. If I turned toward the left wall, she stood in that corner. If I rolled to the right, she was there instead. She never blinked. She never left. Some nights, I'd close my eyes, counting to 10, praying she'd be gone when I looked again. But when I opened them, she was still there. Closer. Her head tilted, her body trembling, as though something inside her was struggling to get out. The air grew heavier with every passing night. My chest ached, my breath shallow, and each morning I woke weaker, as though something had been pulled from me while I slept. That's when I realized she wasn't haunting me. She was preparing me. 2 nights ago, I woke to find her at my bedside. Not in the corner, not across the room, right there. Her face hovered inches above mine. Her lips moved, but the words weren't hers. They tore through the air, guttural, layered, like several voices speaking at once. The sound rattled through the walls, a language too old to understand, too heavy to bear. I tried to scream, but my jaw locked. I tried to move, but my body betrayed me. Her hands pressed against my chest, and I felt it. Something cold, something crawling beneath my skin, writhing, searching for a way inside. And in that moment, I knew my mother was gone. What leaned over me was only a vessel, and it was trying to make me the next one. Tonight, she doesn't even pretend. She's standing in the corner now, her frame shaking, her mouth hanging open in a soundless scream. Her eyes never leave mine. The shadows bend toward her, as if the whole room is being pulled into her body. And then, for the first time, she spoke clearly, Her voice was deeper, layered with something that wasn't human.
Stop fighting. You were born for this.
I know what she wants. She wants to hand it down, to pass it on to me, like an heirloom no one dares speak of. And I don't know how much longer I can resist. My body feels weaker each night. My thoughts less my own. I don't think this thing haunts the house. It doesn't even haunt her. It haunts our bloodline. And soon, it will haunt me.
Our voyage has reached its end, yet the sea still whispers of shadows unseen. Remember, sailor, every ending is but the beginning of another tale. We shall meet again.